If other people want to come on video, you hear it's recorded, but you're not in video. That's for the next 2 weeks. You can do this class on the San Mateo website. But if you're on the YouTube site, but if you're on video, just know you're not on the recording, just I am. So feel free to pop on video. So welcome. I call this chair yoga or office yoga. So sit nice and tall, whether you're at work or home. If you can be barefoot, that's always preferable for yoga since you really feel the floor beneath your feet, but feel free to, of course, keep shoes on if you're at work. And before we do our meditation, let's stretch your arms up to the sky. Spread the fingers, reach for the sky. Interlock the fingers, turn the palms out and up and hold. And stretch the arms. And just a little movement. Let's do a little sway side to side. And then inhale, stretch up. Exhale, big sweep around you. And roll the shoulders. We're going to sit in stillness and do more exercises after. But just close your eyes for a moment. That just gives you an idea. In 10 seconds, you could do 2 little stretches at your desk if you're at work or just feel a little stressed. You can just do simple like that, breathing in and out. A little shoulder roll, that might be enough just to relax your shoulders. But now, let's close the eyes before we do more movements in yoga asanas, the yoga poses. Just sit. And what I call the mountain pose, sitting tall. Bring awareness to your breath. Start to breathe through the nose. And then slow the breath down. Take a little deeper breath in. A little longer breath out. And repeat. Slower breath in through the nose. Long breath out. And continue. And as we watch the breath, we're going to do the same thing when we do our movements in a moment. So for silent meditation, you sit still and observe and watch the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. When we do the exercises, let's open the eyes. We're going to start to move now. You maybe forget the breath, so I'm going to remind you a whole bunch of times, but we'll try to move with breath. So it's a meditation still. Yoga is a meditation, but a moving one now for the poses. So let's stretch the hands to the knees, straighten the arms, spread the fingers. We're going to start with the cat-cow. Lift the heart, inhale, look up. Exhale, round the back, scared cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So continue on your own. You're just moving the pelvis back and forth to get a little spinal wave. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Make sure anything that hurts or is uncomfortable today, you skip. You don't have to do every posture. This one feels good. Try a few more. And then find center, close the eyes, take a breath in and out through the nose. Observe your spine. And then take the legs wide. Let's add in our hips to the warm-up with the spinal movement with the hips also. So you're going to place your hands above the knee, bend the elbows, start to make circles with your spine. Big circles if comfortable. And then go the other direction. Start just circling. It doesn't have to be so big. And then sit tall. That was round 1. We did each direction. Now we're going to add our breath. So let's go clockwise. So lean forward and to the right and back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, go to the left and forward. So you're just making clockwise circles, inhaling on the, if it was a clock, 12 to 6, and then 6 to 12, exhale. So you inhale back, exhale left and forward. You're moving with breath now. And then go the other direction. counterclockwise. You inhale back, exhale as you relax forward, and make it your own pacing. And when you're done with both directions with breath, that's our second round, close the eyes and mountain, observe your back and your hips. And now we're going to take your arms up, bringing your elbows in line with your shoulders and take the elbows back. Twist gently to the left on the inhale, exhale, twist right. Inhale left, exhale right. If you want to speed it up, you can do a little faster. And then center, and now reach for the sky. Inhale, stretch the arms up, stretch your all 10 fingers. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale up, but we're going to add a fist as you pull down. But we're going to go faster in a powerful breath through the nose. It's actually a kriya, not a yoga posture. So for energy, you're going to imagine like you're pulling energy from the sky. So you inhale up, finger stretch, exhale down, but it's going to be fast through the nose. 20 times on your own. It goes comfortable at this pace. And then relax, close your eyes, observe the breath. Feel that little rush of energy you get from that. And then let's relax your hands alongside you and start some big circles with your shoulders. If you want to add the arms, big arm circles, forward and up, back and down. Add the breath. Inhale up, exhale back and down. And then go the other way. Inhale back and up, exhale forward and down like a big swimming. I think it's the butterfly stroke motion. Shoulders. And then relax your arms. Good, sit nice and tall. And now we're going to turn the head side to side. Little neck warm-ups. I'll do less warm-ups today. I know I'm in Marin. Most of you are not, but it's supposed to be 90 degrees today. Nice and warm yesterday and today. A little heat wave. When it's really hot, you don't maybe need as much warm-ups, but let's stretch the hands towards the ground. For some people, the warm-ups is your practice, and that's fine. Just moving the joints. Let's circle the nose, a little neck movement, little circles with the nose. Go the other way. And then palms to prayer. And technically a warm-up, we're going to do the sun salute first round seated, and then optional for those who want to stand. So let's sit tall, close the eyes, focus behind the hands. Now we're going to look at the fingers. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, forward bend. Place the hands above the thigh. That might be good for some of you. Others can slide the hand down the leg, go all the way down, forward bend. As you sit tall, take your right leg with you and seated lunge. Lift the knee as high as you can. And while we're here, let's do some circling of the right toes and ankle. Then we'll switch. You lift your left knee up, sit tall. Let's circle the left toes. Both directions for the ankle joint. And release. And we're going to lift through the top of the head in the mountain. In Sanskrit, it's called Tadasana. Then scared cat, around the back. Inhale. We're going to go to cobra. So before we did that cow, it's a little arch like that. But now we're going to take the hands back. You can hold the chair back, or you can, if you want to interlock your fingers, and then lift the upper back. It's a back bend, cobra posture. In Sanskrit, Bhujangasana. Then release, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, palms to prayer. Relax your arms. One more time, seated. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer pose. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. You can do half or touch the feet for full bend. And then as you sit tall, lift your left leg up into seated lunge, left leg. And then this time we're going to hold, sit tall, try not to lean back, but sit tall. And then now let's stretch and bend the leg. Extend the leg and bend. If you need more gentle, slide the foot out on the ground like that. And then we'll switch. You lift your right leg up first. If you're leaning back, sit tall. And then stretch and bend. Hamstring stretch. Again, you can make it more gentle. The heel on the ground for those that like or need. And then sit in the mountain, breathe in, breathe out, scared cat. Breathe in, cobra pose. Either hold the chair back or just reach back, or if you can interlock the fingers. If you want a little variation, forward bend with the fingers interlocked. Take your legs wide, pull the hands gently back. Inhale, as you exhale, extend the spine forward. Maybe the head can go down and the hands up. And then release, come up. Feet hip width, stretch the arms up. Inhale, little back bend, just a little bit. Exhale, palms to prayer. And relax the arms. And we're coming up to summer solstice, June 21st and June 20th, or 21st, one of those days. So we're coming up on that soon, the first day of summer, but it's also the International Day of Yoga. So I just saw the India, the consulate of San Francisco, I don't know the full name, the government consulate of India has a branch in San Francisco, and they're doing a Chrissy Field for free. Anyone can join at 9:30 a.m. on the World Yoga Day, which is, I believe it's Sunday, the 21st. It's the same day as solstice every year. So you can look it up online, and anyone can join. You RSVP, and you can do yoga on Chrissy Field with beautiful views. And it's not using chairs, but you can always bring a lawn chair if you need a chair for support and do your chair yoga version. So you might want to join that. That's coming up soon. Okay, so feet hip width. We're going to do the sun salute. They'll probably do that at the yoga day on Chrissy Field. I was in India on the first World Yoga Day. I think it was 2016. And they had classes everywhere. And outside the capital, in Delhi, they had 40,000 people in one class for the yoga day sequence. And you can look it up on YouTube and anyone can try it. Okay, so let's do our version of the chair version of Surya Namaskar. We're going to inhale, the arms go up. And then we exhale, palms to prayer. It's what we just did seated, but standing. Inhale up. And then forward bend standing. You place your hands on the chair top. Walk back a little bit, bend the knees. So I like to bend the knees so your hamstrings aren't stretching, and then you can extend the spine forward and let the elbows drop. Little forward bend. You want to touch your feet and don't need the chair, feel free. It's called Uttanasana, and then lunge posture. Let's bring the hands on the chair. Step your right leg back or the right leg back and the left leg forward, not or. Okay, right leg back, left leg forward. We bend the right leg. The back toes are going to face the chair. So you're in a high lunge. Your back heel's not on the ground. And then the down dog, we didn't do it seated, but down dog standing. We walk the legs back. If you're seated, just match the other movements we did so far. And then we're going to walk it forward, the standing cobra, just like the seated. You reach the hands back, or if you can interlock the fingers, lift the heart, inhale, and then release. And then now step your left leg back and the right leg bends. Go to the second side on your high lunge posture. So if you're seated, you lift the knee to the chest like we did before in the sun salute. That would be the seated version. And then step it forward, mountain. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, palms to prayer. Relax your arms. And we'll repeat. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, palms to prayer pose. Breathe in, reach up and back. And breathe out, forward fold. So walk back a little bit from your chair, bend the knees. Bend the elbows. Stay where you are. Okay. And then lunge posture. Let's step the right leg forward and the left leg back. The right knee bends. Anyone who wants a challenge, if you don't need the chairs, some of you just use it because you're at work or if you enjoy both. But if you don't need a chair, the right leg's bent, left leg back, you're welcome to try the interlocking the fingers except the index finger. And then the arms go up, proud warrior. That's with no chair. And you can hold the chair, you get the same leg strength. And then we'll step it forward. And let's just go right to the other side on that. Take the right leg back, bend the left leg. High lunge, hold a chair. For those who want to try it, proud warrior, no chair. If you feel stable, interlock the fingers. If you feel physically stable, don't worry about mentally stable. You can do either version. Physically stable means you feel safe to not use the chair. Otherwise, hold the chair. And then step it forward, mount. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the cobra. We've been a little different order this round. So take the hands back one more time, interlock the fingers, standing cobra, lift the heart, release, inhale up, exhale, palms to prayer, and now bring your feet and palms together, relax your arms, mountain. You go to the right side of your chair with your left hand on the chair if you need support, otherwise just relax your arms, stay seated if you need. Just close the eyes a moment and pause. Pause and breathe. Okay, we're going to go into a side bend. So bring your legs together now. Squeeze the legs together. If you're on the chair, if you're on the right side, your left hand's on the chair. You sweep the right arm up on the inhale, crescent moon, curve to the left on the exhale. Just a gentle curve. You don't want the chair, release your arm. And then we'll switch. You inhale the left arm up, curve to the right. You're welcome to hold the chair. Side bend. Release. Good work. And now you're on the right side of the chair. Bring your left hand of the chair. Whether you're seated or standing, slide your right foot forward and lift the right heel. Sweep the right arm up. We're going to shift to one leg now. So focus the eyes on one point that's not moving in front of you, like on the wall or wherever you're looking. I know you're probably looking at a computer screen or iPhone screen or your cell phone screen. But for this, if you want to watch first, you lift one leg, lift the arm. Maybe both arms lift, but then look away. Look at like beyond the computer or phone. Find a stable point that's not moving. And a little variation if you want to try. Bring the arms like a T shape, or you can keep one hand on the chair. Or maybe stretch the leg. And release. Good work. Other side. Okay. Go to the left side of the chair. You're standing and the right hand on the chair. Your feet together. You slide the left foot forward and you lift the left heel. You inhale the left arm up. That might be enough. If your left heel's lifted, you're still on more weight on the right leg. You're already in a balance. But those of you who want to lift higher, lift the left leg up. Maybe both arms up. Shift your eyes beyond the computer to a non-moving point on a wall or something. Stork pose, steady the breath, optional. Variation, the arms like a T shape, stretch the legs out, or one leg out, sorry, not both. And release, relax. If you're seated, just copy the movements seated and modify. Let's roll our shoulders. Good work. Okay, now squats. If you're seated, bring your feet together. Instead of a squat, if you're seated, let's just open the knees wide, called Baddha Konasana. Standing sequence, I'm going to show you. It involves a certain type of squat. It's called the frog series in Kundalini Yoga. But we'll use a chair for support. So you bring your feet together, you turn the toes out, and then you lift the heels up. Then you will have ballet class flashbacks, but toes out, heels up, and now I can feel it. My calves and my legs are strengthening. You can do that same thing seated if you want. Lift the heels up, knees wide. And you lean forward and up if you're seated. The standing with the heels up, you're going to drop into a squat and then straighten. And then drop into a squat. And then as you straighten, lean a little forward, do a little more hamstring stretch. You drop and straighten. Some of you might be able to go all the way down. And then as you straighten the legs, you lengthen forward. It's the frog series. You could also do it with the hands lower on a chair, bar, or base. So you're going to inhale in the frog when you drop the hips. Exhale, straighten. You're doing it without the chair. Hands on the ground. You inhale frog, exhale straighten. Try 5 times. Some of you can build up to 11 times. We're energizing and stretching the legs. And the next one, turn the toes forward, come up to standing. You get some cardio on that one. Relax. The squats are good for the hips and the back. Good work. Let's just relax. Mountain pose. If you don't need a chair, release your arms, close the eyes, and observe the body. Okay, let's try another balance. We did stork, frog series. Now back to the balance, to one leg balance. So bring your feet together. If you hold the chair with your right hand, you're going to take your left hand and lift the left knee up as high as you can. We did this seated, but standing, you add the balance. Place both hands under the left knee, or to go higher, bring the hand to the shin for your hip and sciatic joint, and balance. You can also lift your left knee to the armpit instead of the chest. If you're at home, you can do this laying down on the ground if you don't want the strength or balance, but you just want to enjoy the hip stretch. And shoes. The other side. You're going to lift the right leg up, one hand or both, and lift the knee. Steady the eyes, steady the focus, knees towards the armpit. You're balancing. You might need one hand on the chair or seated, and then relax, mountain pose. An option to repeat that one more time each side on your own. And then when you're done with both, you can come out. Okay, I just found, because I realized you may not take my yoga before World Yoga Day on the solstice this year. So the government of India, you can get this online. If you email me, sunlightyoga@aol.com, I'll send you this. It's a 54-page PDF. I got this when I was in India on the first yoga day. 54-page PDF, but this was 2014, sorry, when the first yoga day and United Nations brought in different countries. And it's got the whole yoga day sequence. I think we pretty much do all these poses in my classes, but they do it in a certain order. It tells you in detail how to do it. It doesn't show the chair version. It gives Sanskrit, English. This is the English handout. And I can send you that whole thing on PDF. You can have it digitally. India is trying to encourage everyone to practice yoga for benefit. And you're already practicing because you're doing this with me in the chair, but if I will send you this, but I kept this booklet and then I have it online. I send everyone who wants every year. So I think we did a lot of the poses already in that. The tree is in that sequence they suggest. So let's do the tree, one more balance, which you've done before, Vrikshasana. You bring your right foot to the inner shin and open the knee. You're balancing now. You can bring your left hand to the chair. If you're seated, you might be able to get your foot on the base of the chair. If you're standing, you might be able to get your foot on the thigh if you lift it higher. One arm can go up or both arms with the palms in prayer, Vrikshasana. You can do different arm variations if you prefer. Good work. And then we're going to switch sides. And if I recall, in the yoga day sequence, they do the tree. They do it in the beginning. Here it is. They call it, well, they call this one Tadasana. I don't know if you can see it. Tadasana. And then the tree, Vrikshasana. They do Vrikshasana, which is what we just did. So they show you in detail. The only difference in the chair is holding. So try the second side. They say the benefits is it improves neuromuscular coordination, balance, endurance, and alertness. It tones up the legs and rejuvenates the ligaments. All good benefits. For those of you who need double, you're on the second side now. If you need double support, you could hold one hand to a wall, one to the chair. Then eventually, you may come off either or both. You can do 2 rounds of each today or 1, your choice. Good work. When you're done, we're going to have a seat for pigeon. Now, this next one is not in the World Yoga Day sequence. I don't think so. I've been teaching this every year since 2014, since that year I was in India. Whatever classes I teach, Yoga Day or Yoga Week, Solstice Week, I usually teach that sequence, including the chair version. But for today, I'm just including some of it. But the pigeon's not in it, but it's a good one. So let's try that. You take your ankle on the thigh and flex the foot. You breathe in. You exhale. Now forward if you have room to keep going. Now the sequence is just, by the way, like the Prime Minister of India, Modi, suggested, because he actually did the yoga himself and does, and he taught it. And that day I was there, 40,000 people in one class in the capital, and it was all over India. They were teaching this sequence. Let's switch sides. They were suggesting this sequence, 30 minutes about optional sun salute, basic yoga postures for vital health and well-being, of which we've done a lot today. Tree pose, cobra pose, forward bend, sun salutes as a warm-up, a few others in there. But you can do more. That's just a suggestion for a basic practice, but you can definitely do more every day. Come on out. Stamp it out. Next one is not in the World Yoga Day sequence. It's from Kundalini Yoga. And I'm going to time us, and we're going to strengthen our arms now. Or I'm going to time this for this next one. So your thumbs go like this, under your pinky mound or ring finger mound, and curl the fingers. And then your arms are going to stretch out like a T shape. Okay? We're only going to do 1.5 minutes today. We've done 3 minutes other days. So bring your hands up in line with your shoulders. The timer started. You make big circles going back. You can sit in your chair tall or sit cross-legged. Now close your eyes. Start to steady the breath. Breath will be slow in and out through the nose, but the hands will be making a rapid circle going back. So let the mind meditate on a slow, steady breath while the hands and arms circle back fast. Circles don't have to be too big, and if it hurts, go lower and slower. Okay, let the mind go inward, meditating on breath while the arms move. Breath slow and steady through the nose. You got this. Just about 1 minute left. Good work. Last 10 seconds. Give it your all. Circling back. If it hurts, just go slower or lower so it doesn't hurt. Okay, last 1 second. One more circle. Inhale, arms up. Spread the fingers. Stretch. Touch the fingers or the thumb fingertips. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax your hands. Breathe out. Close your eyes. Relax. Good work. That was 1.5 minutes. You can build up. It'll get your deltoid muscles strong, by the way, but it's really a meditation for the mind. Okay, good work. Now, we're going to go right into the next arm exercise. We're going to tone the back of the triceps. This is not a yoga posture. You consider chair exercise, not chair yoga, but it's good for the body. So if you're doing in the chair and you don't have chair arms, you lean forward, lengthen the spine, chin towards chest, gazing at the floor. Your hands can support the legs at first. Let's all come here seated. Let's start with chair push-ups. Your hands are above the knees, elbows in. You're going to go down, not all the way, most of the way, and then halfway up. Most of the way down, halfway up. So chair push-ups. Spread the fingers, press into the palms on your own. You feel that? Because I do. This one's not just triceps. That's the next one. This one is also biceps, upper arm. Let's try 10 more. This puts less weight on your wrist than a traditional push-up. Good work. Last one. And then sit tall. Roll the wrists around. Squeeze and stretch your hands. Okay, right into the next one. If you don't have chair arms, this one is for the triceps without weights. You turn the palms to face the back wall, lean forward and lengthen the spine. Stretch the arms up or reach them up as high as you can. The key is to keep those upper arm bones lifting. And then from there, go up an inch, down an inch, like you're dribbling a basketball on the ceiling. Now, if you want to add in leg strength, stand instead of a chair, and you're in the same shape, but now your legs are supporting you. You spread the toes. This will get your glute, your butt, and your thighs strong. You're standing, tones the arms for both. I can feel that. If you don't feel it, you're probably going like this and swinging the arms. So lift your arms as high as you can. From there, just up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Good work. Last little bit. Get those arms strong. And then relax, roll it out. Okay, next one, you can stay seated if the chair's not in your way. This time the palms face each other. You lean forward again, lift the arms as high as you can. And now we're going to bend the elbows, stretch the hands back. Bend, stretch. Keeping those upper arm bones lifting. You could do the same thing standing to add the leg strength. Drop the hips. I feel that. Oh, I feel that. It feels so good. Upper arm toning. Bend, stretch. Elbows bend, stretch the hands back. 10 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch it back, hold, and relax. You did it. Little arm exercises within your yoga class. Okay, roll the shoulders. And relax. Close your eyes. Observe your arms and shoulders. Let's do a back to yoga, eagle posture. Sorry, not eagle. Let's start actually with the cow's face, then eagle, 2 shoulder openers. Take your right hand to the back of the head. Press the head back. Take the back of the left hand to the low back. If you can, let the fingers touch or interlock. Not to worry. I know most people, it's not comfortable. So just go where you can. And then press the head back. Cow's face, Gomukhasana. Then release, and we'll switch. Take your left hand to the back of the head. Press the head slightly back. The right back of the hand to the low back. You can hook the fingers. Try that. Press the head back and hold. Seated version of cow's face pose. And release. Let's roll out the shoulders. And then now the eagle, Garudasana. I don't think either of these are in the Yoga Day sequence, but they're great postures. Yeah, these ones aren't in it because there's so many other good ones there. But this is a good one to do, especially if you get tightness here, which is like most of us, right? So take your right arm over left. Lift the elbows, lift the hands. Maybe the hands hook and pull. The seated version, if your right arm's on top of left, cross your left leg over the right. Lean forward and then lift the elbows up as your shoulders relax down. The standing version is the same, but there's no chair there. So you're in a balance. Okay, and then you'll switch sides. You take your right arm over left. If you're seated or standing, if you're, whoops, which side are we on? If your right arm's over left, your left leg's over the right. If your left arm's on top of the right, second side, then your right leg goes over the left. Either way, you lift the elbows, the shoulders down. The standing adds balance and strength. So stay seated if you just want to enjoy the opening. And then release. Roll the shoulders. Okay, now take your hands back. After shoulder rolls, do a little crisscross. One hand on top and the other. Loosen up the shoulders and then close the eyes. Rest the hands on the legs. Observe your shoulders. Okay, spinal twist. We'll do 2 more poses before we relax. So bring your legs together. Cross your right leg over left. Take both hands to the outer right leg. Pull against the right leg to help you sit tall and take a nice breath in. As you breathe out, twist to the right, spinal twist. You can take your right hand behind you on the chair back if you want a little support. That probably is best. This one is in the Yoga Day sequence. When you sit on the floor, you can do the seated version. I call it's in one version on the floor is Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose or half spinal twist. Their Sanskrit name they give is Vakrasana, the spinal twist posture. Okay, let's switch sides. They say the benefits are increases flexibility of the spine, helps to prevent constipation or overcome constipation, is good for your digestion, and stimulates the pancreas and helps in the management of diabetes. It's from the India government on Yoga Day. Okay, so other side, both hands to the left leg. Pull the leg in, sit tall, breathe in. And exhale, twist to the left. The left hand can go to the chair back base and support you. And then center, release. And I did film me teaching that Yoga Day sequence in the chair yoga version a few years ago. As I can send any of you it on video if you email me. And you can do it on Yoga Day. I think it's 45-minute version of their 30-minute sequence. Chair version, seated or standing. I also have versions without the chairs. If you want, I can email you it. I filmed quite a few of those over the years. Each year I teach it. Okay, last pose before we relax, either on the floor or the chair, is the archer. So take your thumbs up, look at your thumbs. Like a bow and arrow. Move your left hand to the left, pull the right hand back, look at your left thumbnail for 5 slow deep breaths. And concentrate at the middle of the thumb. Then we switch, go to the right, take the right arm to the right, pull the left hand to the left shoulder, look at your right thumbnail and concentrate. 5 slow deep breaths. Relax, close the eyes a moment, observe your body and your breath from the yoga postures. And now we're going to do the final relaxation posture. In Sanskrit, Shavasana is the corpse pose. You lay flat on your back like that. In chair yoga, the version I offer is to rest against the chair back with the back of the hands on the thigh. And I'm going to show another version like I always do with legs up on the wall or chair. But just to give you the translation in the India government Yoga Day book is called the dead body posture. And the benefits, they say, helps to relieve all kinds of tensions and give rest to both body and mind. Relaxes the whole psychophysiological system. The mind, which is constantly attracted to the outer world, takes a U-turn and moves inward, thus gradually getting absorbed. As the mind turns quiet and absorbed, the practitioner remains undisturbed by the external environment. It is very beneficial in the management of stress and its consequences. Good one for all of us. We'll do together a few-minute conscious relaxation. The floor version, you come down in a squat against the chair or wall, and then you roll to the side if you're on the chair. You elevate your legs on the chair, and the hands go below the shoulders with the back of the hands on the floor. Same thing on the wall, but your legs can go higher or against the wall, and then you can be vertical, which is actually another posture called Viparita Karani, with the legs up. So if you have glasses now, remove them so your eyes can relax. Close your eyes, settle in any of those 3 postures. Once the eyes close, take a slow breath in and out through the nose. Let's all fake a yawn. Just stretch and then relax the face and the forehead and the jaw. One more time. Just fake a yawn. And relax the face, forehead, and the jaw. Squeeze your fists tight, stretch the fingers, breathe in. As you exhale, release and relax all 10 fingers. Now let your back and shoulders and neck relax. Relax the stomach, the arms and the legs, the toes and the fingers. Relax completely. Noticing your breath. You can stay there or come out when you're ready by bending the knees to the chest if you're on the floor. Give a little rock side to side. Eventually roll into the fetal posture on one side, and you can rest your head in your hands like a pillow with one hand, and then you push off the other hand to slowly come up. You can either sit tall in the chair or come into a cross-legged seat. And then we're going to close the eyes for a moment. Just settle in, observing the breath. So I'm going to end with, the yoga day sequence ends with what's called pranayama, which we do usually sometimes in my class in the beginning, the alternate nostril breathing and other ones. Today I'm going to end instead with, and meditation is also in there, but we'll let you do that on your own. I'm going to end with, it's called a sankalpa that you have on yoga day, which is a intention, the intent, or like a commitment to yourself. So they suggest this is a good one you can end on yoga day or any day. So if you want to close your eyes, notice your breath. And the English, if this resonates with you, you can repeat it mentally or just listen. It says, I commit to make myself into a healthy, peaceful, joyful, and loving human being. Through every action of mine, I will strive to create a peaceful and loving atmosphere around me. I strive to break the limitations of who I am right now and include the entire world as my own. I recognize the kinship of my own life with every other life. I recognize the unity of all there is. And then in Sanskrit is a verse. It says, I'll give the little tune with it that is nice to chant. It says, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bandhani pashyantu makashi tukabhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That means, may all beings become happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. And I can send you those in the yoga day in Sanskrit and English. So you can do that on your own if you like. Just email me. So happy World Yoga Day soon. Happy solstice. Let's rub our hands together. Bow the head to the heart. Place one hand over the other and just honor yourself for doing the practice.